So Rachel,
Yes.
how excited are you to be joining the evening news team?
I am so excited about this opportunity. This is really, it is a life-changing moment, a career highlight for me, and I'm just so thrilled and honored and thankful and all the things. So excited. I'm excited to be working with you again.
I know.
It's been years.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So you grew up in Giles County watching Channel 10.
I did. I loved watching the news when I was a little girl, which is odd for a kid. Not all kids like watching TV. But it was more than just the school delays every day. I loved watching the news with my parents. And I remember one night in particular, my dad said, "That's going to be you one day." And he was right. That's finally happened. And it's just, I don't know if that was just his way of, just encouraging an ambitious young daughter, being that parent, or if it was foresight, but it's just, I keep thinking about that throughout this whole process.
Well, it's kind of, it's not amazing that you're here, but what to me is you grew up on a farm, an agricultural background.
Yeah.
So farmer's daughter to news anchor isn't a traditional path.
No, it's not a traditional path, but I love it, and I love growing up on a farm. I'm a country girl at heart, very much. I loved growing up and being outside and being outdoors and fishing and being with the animals, and I still very much identify with that way of life. I'm still a Giles County girl at heart. I'm just in the city now. But I have a few chickens in the backyard here in the city too.
Well, let's talk about it because you love critters.
I do. I'm a critter gal. Everybody knows that, I think. Probably my husband all too well. I'm not allowed to have any more. We have the dogs and the cats, and I just love them.
But you and I talk about like goats all the time because you'll give me updates on the goats at the family farm.
Right, exactly. And we're going to get you a goat one day.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Okay. I'm in because I also grew up on a farm.
Right. And it's just, it's a beautiful way of life. I think there's something to be said about it, and it's something that I'm really proud of. I love the way I grew up in a small, tight-knit community, really valuing hard work, and that's what you learn on a farm, is to work hard, and I feel like that's something that's really translated in my career here, is just continuing to work hard, and I finally made it. I got my dream job.
You did?
Yeah.
That's so, wow. Let's talk about your path. So your dad says that to you, you're at Giles High School, right? So you graduated, tell me, you're in high school. What are you doing in high school that's kind of leading in this direction?
Yeah, so I gave the afternoon announcements when I was in high school, and I loved that. And I'd always had dreams of being a broadcaster and being a news lady, an anchor woman, but I didn't quite know how to get there. And I originally went to school to be a choir teacher. I used to be in choir and did competitive singing, and I had a classical training when I was in college, but I always had that just love and passion for news and storytelling. And while I loved music when I was in college, I started to learn more about communications in the communications program. We had a really great program at Concord, and my sophomore year I decided, let's do it. My parents were very nervous about me changing majors at the time, but I remember my first semester starting communications classes and broadcasting. I just knew I was in the right place. It just felt like coming home, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So you were a cheerleader.
I was.
I mean, that's kind of a public-facing.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm talking to all of you thing in a different way.
Yeah.
In college and in high school.
In college and in high school. So I played softball. I was a pitcher. It's a family tradition. A very proud Spartan. Cheered in high school and in college. I loved it. I loved the performance aspect of it, and there's something I think in broadcasting about that too. It's every night when the show comes on, boom, you're on. So it translates. So I've always had a little bit of everything, interest in everything, and that's what's so great about news, is we get to do so much and learn about so many different things. And you know, from reporting and anchoring every day, you have to be an expert in your field. So it's funny looking back at the different things that I've been involved in that have given me little tidbits here and there, you know, and that's helped me.
And then your first job out of college was
at WVVA in Bluefield, West Virginia. I started out as a bureau reporter in Greenbrier County. I opened the bureau there. I was so excited to start that. I was by myself, working out of my apartment, had a big old DVC Pro camera that was, you know, half as big as what I was, and it was just me and my dog living in White Sulphur Springs, reporting the news.
And going out, finding the stories, all by yourself.
Yeah, I loved it, and that's actually where I met my husband, was at WVVA, and now we both work here, so.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, and you came here initially as, I remember we were out there one night, and I don't know if we can find this footage or not, but you and I were out there one night. It was the first time we worked together, and there was this major downtown flood.
The flood. I have pictures from that.
You do have pictures from that?
I do.
So tell me your memory of that night.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was so it was such a big flood. It was a really big deal at the time, but I was still new and still trying to prove myself and working as a one-man band. And when they told me that you'd be going out with me, I was so excited because, you know, you were a main anchor in John Carlin. I knew you and watched you and looked up to you, and I was so nervous about it. But you really helped me through it all, and I remember we went down to the scene, and you were, okay, let's pick up and show this to the audience, and, you know, really tell them what you're seeing and get in there, and just learning me up, I guess.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about what I picked up.
I was going to. We can talk about what you want to pick up if you want.
Because you're like,
because that's my favorite story.
I know. We'll save that for beer.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
We will. That's a beer story.
Right. So you've reported here, and then you've been on the morning team doing a great job. You were weekends for a while.
Yeah. So I did weekend mornings here for 4 years when we started Virginia Today on the weekends, and that really got me into the morning news scene and really prepared me for Virginia Today Monday through Friday. So I've been there for a little over 3 years, and I love the morning show. The morning show's fun and light and happy, and it's allowed me to get the Feel Good Friday franchise started, which I really love.
Right.
Because it gives me an opportunity to highlight all the wonderful things that are happening here in our community that really makes our community important and special, and I love that.
Yeah. And then you also volunteer at Southwest Virginia Wildlife Center.
I do. So as you know, I'm really passionate about animals. Farm girl at heart, I found my place here in the Roanoke Valley at the Southwest Virginia Wildlife Center.
So you'll go in there and like feed the birds? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so they actually taught me my favorite thing to work with are the mammals. So they taught me how to feed the baby squirrels and baby possums, and it's my heaven there. Because you walk in and there are just critters everywhere that just need love and attention. And so that's my little happy place. I also get to take care of ducks when I'm there. So we're bringing some of the farm here. So anytime they have orphan ducks that maybe needed a little TLC, they let me come and help. And they've trained me how to do it properly, which is really important. So a little duck expert on the side, I guess.
Yeah, but you're there rolling up your sleeves and actually working.
Oh yeah, getting right in there. That's when I put my farm girl hat on, and I feel really at home. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So you gave me this mug, which says on this side it says #1 big person, because we have this joke, you know, because you know I was the big person because I was the evening anchor, and you were the farm girl from Giles.
That's right. That's right. I've always given John a hard time. And especially, I think it's given me a hard time too, because I geeked out when I first met you. I remember the first day that I met you, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Rachel Lucas. I know who you are. It's such an honor to be here." You know.
Did you watch me growing up?
I did watch you growing up.
There's a pretty big age disparity.
Not at all. I did watch you growing up, though. I love to poke fun at you.
Yeah.
So if you ever give me a hard time, you know, age before beauty. So.
Age before beauty. So well, here's the other thing. On the other side of this mug, it says "pretty and smart," referencing me.
Right, because you can't be both. That's what I always say to John. You can't be pretty and smart. But for Christmas one year, I got you a Secret Santa, so I got that mug made just for you. #1 big person, pretty and smart.
And smart. That's, I mean, like, coming from you, that's like high praise.
Oh, the highest.
The highest, right? But I remember there was something going on in the audio booth one day, and it's like you couldn't figure out something that was like really obvious. You've just been looking at it too long. It was right in front of your face.
Right.
And I walked in and I like hit the button, and you looked at me and you said, "Well, you can't be pretty and smart." You know?
Exactly,
Right,
exactly.
And it's like ever since then that's been a thing.
That's right. That's always my excuse.
All right. So what are you looking forward to now going forward?
So much. I mean, really, this has been such an exciting experience for me, an opportunity for me. I'm still in a little bit of disbelief about it, but I think finally when that main evening anchor image came out with all of us, that's really when it clicked for me. You know, it just means so much. I can't say enough how much of a dream come true it is to be the evening anchor for my hometown. That's what I always wanted. So I just want to, I'm so proud to represent my hometown here on the news. It's a privilege and an honor to be able to tell the stories of my community, but it's also a responsibility I take really seriously. I'm very protective of our community, so I'm so happy to be here. This is a big moment for me, my family, that will get to watch me every night on the evening news. My husband will get to spend more time together now that I don't have to get up super early every morning. That 2:30 alarm clock not going off every morning will be nice. I don't know, I'm just so thankful, excited, and grateful to be here.